questions in last week.
The first one's from Dan Rep V. Yes, what game do you believe you put the most time in over the course of your lives? Joe?
Oh, Fallout 4, easy. Like it's actually recorded. Like like I went on Steam like a couple, like maybe 2 weeks ago, and I looked, and I was like, damn, man, like that's a lot of my life. Like,
what was the time at?
Let's just say it was in the months.
Same question.
Mario Kart Double Dash. Easy. That to me, like, there's no game better than Double Dash. It's like the most replayable game ever made.
Are you still playing it?
Oh God, yes. Yes. I legit have my Wii hooked up to my TV right now. It's old school Wii. I'm still playing the few games on it. Dude, and it's the best.
Good answers. All right. Next Twitter question is from I'm Marsh Watson, and he said, "What's your favorite meal?"
Korean barbecue.
Yes.
Like yakiniku. It's like it's a great. You out with friends. You have a grill.
All you can eat.
Yeah, let's meet, chill.
A bulgogi.
Have a couple adult beverages and hang out. It's a good time for everybody.
Mine would be stuffed crust pizza with pepperoni and bacon. Yeah, slathered in Sweet Baby Ray's honey barbecue sauce.
Wow. All right.
It's a lot.
So next question.
This one is Xavier. When are you playing some more Switch games?
Playing Switch constantly.
I mean, I think it's referring to up, down,
down. So things are in the works, possibly coming soon. But Switch is very intense in the locker room. I can say that. We got a lot of people who have gotten into it because of our schedules, traveling all the time, being able to take that console with you on an airplane. And now that we have Street Fighter 2 out on it, like it's gone to like the next level. So now I'm on SmackDown now, but Joe's still on Raw. He was giving me stories about some guys that are on the red side who just are into their Switches like nobody's business. So
hopefully they find a spot in the arena, and it's just like that's where they are. That's where they're going to be for a while. They put in their time on the Switch.
Yeah.
All right, next question we have from Marshall AJ. Samoa Joe, do you have full confidence you'll beat Brock at Great Balls of Fire?
Yes, and I don't know why anybody would think that. I don't know. I think maybe it's gonna. No, man. Like I'm gonna whip Brock's ass. Like bad. Like I don't see why anybody thinks any different.
Yeah, there's no real other way to say that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like, I'm gonna whip Brock Lesnar's ass.
So next question.
From Marquise Candy, are you looking forward to playing Destiny 2 and checking out new areas in the game?
Yes,
absolutely. Yeah.
After we played the solo stuff on the computer, like it's like we were saying earlier, it's gorgeous, it's awesome, and the stuff that you see in the beginning, I don't know if we're allowed to like say it and spoil things for anybody, but like the fact that there are these new areas that are coming, that's always fun in new games. And Destiny being such a strong title, it was so amazing with the first one came out, and then all the expansions, like the fact that we've got the second one, whole new world of stuff going on, whole new stories, like super psyched to see everything.
Yeah, and I think like the MMO space in general is always something that's kind of evolving, getting better and better, and like now you have the second iteration of it. It's like you want that. You think they're gonna correct the things that they did in the first one and make the second one even better. So I mean, I think out the box is gonna be a better experience.
Nice. Question from Max. He says, "What was your first video game, and what is your favorite game of all time?"
Yeah, you can start.
Fun question.
So first game, Super Mario, and then favorite game, we'll go back, Double Dash.
All right, easy.
Yeah, first game of Super Mario, I think. Yeah.
The one with the Duck Hunt in it too, though.
Yeah. We have with Duck Hunt.
Yeah. If you
the double cartridge.
Yeah.
I actually had to get those separate. Yeah, I think they gave me like Gyromite with the robot that didn't work. And my favorite game, I mean, it's probably Resident. We talked about this. Probably Final Fantasy VI. Like, yeah.
Ooh, I saw that you guys were arguing.
Yeah, we had an argument about it. We did have an argument about it.
Seven's the best.
And you're wrong.
All right.
That's right, man.
Next question is from Ali. Samoa Joe, what is your favorite Nintendo game of all time?
just mentioned it right there. Yeah, I think that's it. That's hands down. I mean, from it was one of I think it was the first like gaming experience I had that the story was very riveting and I was like really like engrossed in it and I dug it. It was I think it was like the first kind of masterpiece experience that I had with video games where before you're just kind of playing for high score, but that was totally invested in it and very much about it. Had to complete everything, get the best ending, and do it the right way. So that'd be it.
From AJS, for Xavier Woods, rank your top 5 Zelda games, and how did you like Breath of the Wild? No pressure.
First for me is easy, and I don't know if this is popular or not, but Ocarina of Time.
Why do you act like that's like controversial? That's not even close.
No, because I've
Ocarina of Time, they remade it like 70 million times. It was so good. Like,
I've gotten in like heated arguments and almost like ended friendships
okay, I can
over
believe
my because like I have like a glass Ocarina in my house that
feelings over
play.
Zelda.
Yeah, and that's why I got this on my arm.
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time is my jam. Let's see, and then probably Majora's Mask.
Is this from 1 to 5?
Yeah, 1 to
Okay.
5. Link to the Past.
Yep.
And I'll say Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
And then in the first one, Gold
Alright.
Cartridge.
All right.
Gold Cartridge first.
Classic.
Yeah. But yeah, Ocarina of Time is definitely like, and I think it's to Joe's point of like playing your first like masterpiece game.
Yeah.
That for me was it. Because again, like being scared of video games at the beginning and then just kind of playing them casually. That was the first time I was able to sink my teeth into something. There's characters that I just fall in love with, and then having the Ocarina, being able to like have a horse that runs around like Epona, like it's amazing. So I think that's something that definitely sticks with you over time. So you not only have the nostalgia feels, but like this is one of the games that like changes the course of your gaming life. It says, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life, and that's what did it for me.
Do you have a favorite Zelda game?
I think I'm pretty close to that. I probably would swap like A Link to the Past a little bit higher up. But yeah, man, I'm pretty close to where he's at.
Cool. And the second part of that question was, what do you think of Breath of the Wild?
Oh, I think Breath of the Wild is fantastic. We're actually talking. We've got a guy with us, Brian. We call him our dad because he makes sure we make it everywhere we need to go. So he asked we asked him. He asked me, "Oh, how many hearts do you have now?" And I'm like, "Oh, 6." He's like, "Well, you're like almost done with the game." I was like, "Yeah, I used all my points for stamina." I'm like, "For stamina wheels?" He's like, "Why? Just so I can climb wherever I want at any time, like wherever I want." He's like, "You're playing this wrong. You need to reevaluate the way you're doing this." But yeah, it's really fun. At first, the weapon system was like super frustrating to me. But then once you get a hang of it, like, oh, you just hold like 7 weapons at a time, like you're good. But you have
if you guys having trouble or if you guys can like hear stuff in my background, I apologize. I am doing this like live and I'm not using professional equipment, so certain sounds and stuff might pick up.
Third. All right.
You might hear cars and all that other shit in the background.
It's weird because, like I said, at the first E3, we just came in and we're like, oh, we're starting a gaming channel. Hey guys, we're like on the scene. Like, please accept us. We're okay, we promise. To now, like we're like on stage with you talking about like all this stuff, games and wrestling, and the mix that has been occurring for the past like 3 years now. So it's very cool to see the progression in the like thought baby that I had so long ago, and the fact that now we have Joe out here with us. Like it's just awesome and it feels good, and the fact that like you guys are receptive to it and super supportive. Like I can't tell you like what that means to me as someone who's like putting their like life and soul into something. So thank you.
Yeah, look at this crowd.
It feels awesome.
It's awesome. Your turn, Alan. Cool. So your game of the show. Do you have one?
We haven't gotten to play a lot of stuff that I've been super hyped about.
Okay.
But I think besides like Dragon Ball Fighters, like I really, really want to get hands on Spider-Man.
Yep.
It's like I'm watching the trailer and everything, and then when everything ended, and then you go back and then you see Miles Morales.
Yep.
I was in my hotel room losing my mind.
We're all screaming in there.
Are they gonna go like with the story like from the comic book where something happens and then he takes over, like, or is it actually him? Did he like do all that and then come down and take pictures? Like, what's gonna happen? So I don't know. I'm really excited about that. And then the Detroit.
Detroit Become Human.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that looks awesome to me, and I'm very into those story-based games. So like Until Dawn, like I played through that like 8 times, and then watched more people play through it. So like any game that has that kind of choose your own storybook kind of feel.
A lot of replayability on that, yeah.
Really pumped to see that. And then like we were talking about Anthem, too. Like,
yeah,
it looks like the most gorgeous game ever. Frostbite is like amazing.
Do you think that the Destiny comparisons are fair?
I mean, until I play a game, honestly, I hate to make comparisons because I think we do it too much in general. I think, oh, that's just Destiny for this, or that's just, you know, Call of Duty that. And I think every game kind of has its own feel. And I know developers work very, very hard to differentiate their IP from another. So I think it's almost irresponsible to kind of make that comparison.
Right.
You know, especially after kind of being involved in the development process with other games throughout my career, and just knowing like how hard these guys are working to make it something different. You hate to be like, oh yeah, you're just a clone of this. So I mean, that's why we definitely want to see a little bit more of it, get our hands on it, and you know, see for ourselves. But if it is, you know, that's versus.
Is Anthem the game that you're most excited about, that you heard about at E3 2017?
I think so. For me, I think so. Just because, I know my the people that I play with and that I do co-op with, like they were really into it, and I mean that, you know, that whole experience is very predicated on the people that you surround yourself with. So if they're about it, you're not about it.
Nice. All right, Matt. Any questions?
Do you bring like a system with you when you go on the road? I know Xavier obviously does.
I don't have to, because there's literally 8 different people at any time who have a system on them. So it's not a necessity. I mean, unless you want to play in your room alone. But I mean, there's always a system set up in the locker room. There's always a system set up somewhere in the building at any point in time. Or if he's filling up, down, down, there's usually, you know, all kinds of cool gadgets going around. So it's you're never at a loss for a system when you're on the road.
Who are you playing with the most usually during the week?
So I have a buddy of mine who I play with. Actually, hey, runs a great charity, Pops for Patients. If you're a pop collector and you want to donate and help out some kids, please check him out, popsforpatients.org. A guy named Randy Lee, good buddy of mine, and he's kind of like one of my main guys that I play with. He also helped me kind of do some administrating when I used to run a Twitch channel, running my Twitch channel and stuff when I had time. And I have just kind of general friends that I've known for years that have kind of just been in my Xbox friends list. And I mean, half of them don't even know that I'm a wrestler, which is hilarious to me because, you know, we're talking and then like, you know, a little quip will come up and they'll just be like, oh, well, what were you doing in Singapore yesterday? No, nothing. Shut up, get back to the raid.
Living a secret life.
Yeah.
So, do you guys play a lot of games together?
We did before I got SmackDown.
What is your favorite game to play together?
If I had to say, we've never played this before together, but I know that it would be our favorite game to play together. Def Jam Vendetta.
Yeah, no doubt. Yes.
All right. Any more wrestling questions?
I was gonna say, can we get Samoa Joe on jump scares?
You know, I'm in. Yes.
To see who doesn't jump. You have a tournament for that.
I just like, he understands that sometimes I just have violent reactions.
Yeah.
So
yes. So when we put him in VR, I made sure like step way back.
Yeah, you better
because you don't want to get punched in the face. If you look at his hands, they're heavy and they hurt.
Jump to the king.
So, I love your entrance music. It's one of my. It says so much about, you know, who you are when you get in the ring. How did that all come together?
So it was really kind of a crazy process. So initially, when I come in, we had talked about entrance music, and the guys at CFO. I mean, they're incredible. They really, really are. I mean, just have an incredible talent for producing music and really in a timely fashion, which is for an artist is something unparalleled. And I come in and you know, working with NXT, Hunter asked me and said, you know, hey, listen, give me some examples of music that you like or stuff that you used in the past. And I just named off a few things. I've used, you know, several different, you know, especially during my indie run, several different songs and music. One of them said "The Mama Said Knock You Out," you know, and but I've always used the Godzilla, the classical Toei Godzilla intro, which was kind of like sampled and used in a song called "Simon Says" by Pharoah Monch. And so I mentioned that they had produced the first song for me, and you know, I came out to it, and then I remember I came backstage, and you know, he asked me, he's like, "Oh, you feeling that? You like that?" I said, "It's all right. I'm not really, you know, not super duper about it." And he goes, "Well, you know," he's like, "We want to get it right. Let's change it." And so we had a big call, and you know, like I said, I started supplying these samples and music, and then I remember the first time they heard the Simon Says beat, they were just like, this is the one. And they said, well, what do you want to sound like? And I said, I want to sound like Godzilla kicking over Tokyo. And he goes, give us a few days. And then 2 days later, my current music came out, and we were very, very happy with it.
Nice. So let's talk about some other entertainment. So we cover wrestling on GameSpot Universe, but we also cover movies, TV, comics. So tell us about what TV shows you guys are watching or super into.
Just started watching The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, I heard it's
My God.
depressing.
It is intense. So I have this thing where if there's a show coming out and then a book, I'll do audiobooks because like we're on planes all the time at the gym, and I've been able to just multitask and listen to those books. So ran through the book and started watching the show. Like, if you don't watch it, watch it. It is.
It's not really like come home and relax type of show.
No, it's like I need to like put my brain into something that's super intense.
Yeah.
And, like after the credits roll, like have a discussion about it type of show. That and like Black Mirror.
I love Black Mirror.
Yeah,
I'm on the Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Yeah.
What was your favorite Black Mirror episode?
I think the social media one. Just
Yeah.
because it was so deliciously
It was too
ironic.
real.
Yeah.
It was too real.
Like,
I couldn't handle it.
I actually know people like that, so it was just inside. I was just laughing hysterically.
Yeah.
But I think that was my favorite Black Mirror episode.
Did you see the one that was about video games?
Yes.
Yeah. Playtest? Yeah.
blew my mind.
Yeah.
Not to spoil anything for anybody.
Watch that one though.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's really good. All right, what shows are you into besides Black Mirror?
Black Mirror. I really enjoyed Westworld.
I love Westworld.
I thought it kind of took me by surprise. I didn't go into it with like a lot of high expectations, so I think that really helped the view. I know other people, oh, it's a world beater show. It's the greatest ever. That's great. Game of Thrones. I don't think that's like a big surprise, but like, and it was cool. I got to work to do voiceover work on the Telltale game, and
Nice.
it was just a really cool experience to to see the process and kind of see this alternate story in that universe. And I mean, and like I said, I've become a very big YouTube head, man. Like I dig shows and a lot of series that are on there, and a lot of them on Vice. I like a lot of the Vice stuff, so it's pretty cool too.
Really quick, you mentioned your involvement in video games. So, do you have any insight into WWE 2K18?
We know that it's going to be absolutely amazing.
All right, I'll take it.
But yeah, just be sure you're ready to check it out. Obviously, at a later date, more information will be coming out. But as always, with our yearly game, try to make sure that people love it.
Nice. What's your involvement like when you're in like WWE 2K17 and games in the past?
So for me, obviously doing stuff with the gaming channel and just making sure people know about it and they know how to play it. We have tournaments and stuff, and that, like I said a second ago, that people are enjoying it. That's the biggest thing. Like we talked about, we want to make sure a video game is fun. But with the WWE 2K experience, we want to make sure that you're being able to feel what it's like to like have that entrance or to build your own entrance, or like if you were a sports entertainer, like what would you look like? What entrance music would you have? How would the lights work? That was always like the coolest thing for me, playing those like old school N64 wrestling games, like building yourself and having this whole persona. But now you're able to like draw your own designs on shirts. Like there's people that are out there, like let's say someone must have like a new set of gear at a SummerSlam or something. Well, you'll see on Twitter the next day someone has drawn it and color corrected and put the little designs on it. It's like, how are you doing this? This is amazing. So it's just cool that we have a community that is one, like well versed in the stuff that we're putting out, but then also have such a love for it that they're able to do those things and have such a good time playing it. So it's like shout out to the community for being awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So let's go back to, you mentioned Game of Thrones. Who do you want to see in the Iron Throne?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Very good question.
Get ready, I'm gonna ask you next.
In a malicious way, I kind of like the way it's worked out so far. She's out there, she's doing pretty nice.
Woo!
But I mean, I think if they're going the way that I think they're headed, and then you never know, because they will deviate. I mean, they've said that. We'll see how things work out with Jon Snow.
Yeah. Xavier?
Khaleesi.
Yeah.
Coming to Westeros. I have this like love for her. She's incredible. And we were actually talking about this the other day. Like, is it her? Because like we saw her like during the Terminator movie, and it's like, oh, she's awesome. Like in Game of Thrones, I don't know what she's doing like with the character, but like immediately as soon as you see her, like you're like sucked into that character. Like, succeed, please. Like you're the best. mother of dragon came out of fire? What? This is unreal. So like
Yeah.
I'm a huge Khaleesi guy.
You think we'll see any more Stark reunions with the kids? Hoping for it.
I don't know. Game of Thrones is one of those shows where you can be so attached to a character that's been in there since episode 1, then all of a sudden, all like him and his whole family die.
Don't get attached.
It's like now we have to start over. We're like, where are you so deep? What happened? So like even like I don't know if you guys like read the books or anything, but like so much stuff happens and you just lose so many characters. You're like, why? What's this happening?
Don't get attached.
Yeah, especially like with like the Red Wedding. You're just like,
Yeah. Feelings.
Yeah.
Favorite Game of Thrones character?
Oh, the Hound.
Hound.
Yeah.
Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
How about you?
It changes.
Yeah.
So like at first, I would say Jon Stark,
Okay.
and then it switched to what's his sister's name? Arya. So we switched to Arya Stark, but then it switched to the Hound, and then off the Hound like to Brienne. So like it's legit every like, couple of episodes.
Brienne's awesome.
But like I think a solid contender at all times is Tyrion. So
Okay.
if I had
Fair.
to pick one,
That's fair.
Tyrion Lannister
That's fair.
is my dude.
Yeah. So how about movies? What's the best movie you've seen this year?
Pop Stars.
From last year?
No, Pop Stars came out this year.
What?
The Lonely Island movie.
Pop Star
That's last year.
Last year?
That was last year.
Hey, it's also the
Last
movie
year.
this year too, though. If you want.
As you can tell, we don't get a chance to
Yeah.
watch
It's okay.
many movies.
Yeah.
Maybe you saw it this year.
I did see it this year.
There you go.
Because the Black Ranger's in it for no reason, like doing
Yes.
Snapchat. It's really weird, like the best cameo ever. Okay, so then this year, I'm a Cyclops guy,
Okay.
so I like always denounce Wolverine, but I saw Logan. That movie's unbelievable.
Logan is
Like,
fantastic.
So good. As soon as you see her come out with the claws, she's bouncing around like a bouncy ball. There's like Merkin dudes. I'm like, yep, I'm in.
Yep.
This is fantastic. But
Great.
yeah, it does such a good job of telling a story. I lied. Not the best movie I've seen this year. Get Out.
Yes. Yes.
Give me the keys. Give me the keys.
That movie is a masterpiece.
Yes, because it speaks so much to real life. If you've been in that situation, not that exact situation, obviously, but you know that
Been in
there's, like,
that situation.
yeah, there's this underlying fear, like
Yeah, what?
parents said, yes, you're not, you know,
In your neighborhood, man.
it's not my neighborhood, it's elsewhere. No, there's this like underlying fear, the fact that they were able to like capitalize on that like small thing and
Yeah.
turn it into like a horror movie. It's like we've been there before. You could kind of relate. So that
No, what?
you just don't know. It's hard out here for us.
Joe, favorite movie you've seen this year?
So I haven't seen a ton this year because obviously it's been
A lot of work.
crazy, hectic, a lot of work. But I really dug John Wick too.
John Wick 2 was fun. Did you like the first and the second one?
Oh
equally?
yeah, absolutely.
Which one was better, first or second?
I kind of like the first a little bit better, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what movie are you looking forward to? Are you big into Marvel at all? Are you looking forward to the next Thor movie?
Well, for me,
Yeah.
Black Panther.
Yes, that trailer is incredible.
Obviously, like
So good.
I actually refused to watch the trailer.
Really?
I wanted to be coming clean.
Okay. Good luck.
I've been so hyped about it. As soon as you saw me in the Avengers movie, I was just like, yes. So I just saw like a picture of it, and he's like in his throne. And I'm like, gonna tear somebody up. So that and movies that like hasn't been announced or may not ever happen. Back to Static Shock. I want a Static Shock movie,
All right.
and I wouldn't be mad if your boy got cast. Just
Make it
saying.
happen. Make it happen. What movie are you looking forward to, Joe?
So none, because I cannot reiterate enough. I have like zero time lately. He's tremendously busy. Does up, down, down. But kind of on this latest run, I have had like zero time to catch any media. And I'm like a classic, like I said, when we see movies, it's usually on like an international flight because that's when everything's just out of theaters. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't had a chance to really sit down and say that I'm really.
That's fine. All right, let's close out with what message do you have to video game fans and people that want to get into wrestling, people that want to get into video games?
Love video games. You're not alone. There's an entire culture that stands behind you. There's an entire culture of people who have been made fun of and have been pushed in the dirt for loving these things. We are now adults, and we are now on stages like this. We are now wrestling and part of the WWE. We are now in music. We are now in football. We are now in soccer. We are now everywhere. So just know that if you're a child who's going through some things and video games are your only retreat, we've been there and we got you.
All right, Joe, any last words for your fans?
And expounding on what he said, we play video games to be able to transport us to fantastic worlds and scenarios that we could never do in real life. And if you enjoy these scenarios, if you enjoy these tragedies, these dramas, these great accomplishments, these great heights, then I guarantee that if you tune in and watch the art form that we call professional wrestling, you will see very much the same thing and experience very much the same thing. So please, join us in both realms, and we hope that you do.
All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to throw it back to the GameSpot demo stage. Thank you, Xavier. Thank you, Samoa Joe. See you guys later.